The Houston Rockets just made a huge move this offseason, and they've traded for Kevin Durant. Now it's time to see if KD can take this young Rockets team from rebuilding to championship contenders in NBA 2K26. Let's take a look at this roster that we have around KD. So we do have Amen Thompson, who had an amazing 24-25 season with the Houston Rockets. He averaged 14 points per game. He's a really good defender as well. We still have Alperen Sengun, who's starting to become an all-around player, good playmaker, rebounder, and scorer. We also have Jabari Smith Jr., Tari Eason, Fred VanVleet, Clint Capella, who we signed this past offseason, Dorian Finney-Smith, Steven Adams, and Josh Okogie. So we most definitely have a lot of depth on this team, which is great for us. But one problem is Fred VanVleet has gone down with an injury, and I believe he's going to be missing this entire season. But even if he wasn't, this 24-25 season, he shot the ball pretty poorly, 34% from the three-point line, 37% from the field, but he was a really good perimeter defender, playmaker, and good leader. But I have plans for Fred VanVleet, and I'll show you guys here in a second. What I'm planning on doing is packaging some first round picks and Fred VanVleet and getting ourselves a new starting point guard. The Houston Rockets have a bunch of first round picks and they're valued pretty high, so let me show you guys. This Brooklyn Nets pick is valued at 3 stars, 2 stars for the Phoenix Suns first round pick, and we still have more first rounders that we can include in a trade to go get ourselves a new starting point guard. Let me look around the league and I'll show you guys which point guard we're going to be targeting. And the point guard we're going to be targeting is LaMelo Ball from the Charlotte Hornets. The Charlotte Hornets haven't done all that much to help LaMelo Ball compete, so let's try bringing him to Houston and give him a chance at competing for a title as well. To make this trade salaries match, we're going to have to include Fred VanVleet and Steven Adams, and obviously some more first round picks, but let's see what the Hornets say, and they do decline, which obviously makes sense, but let's start throwing in some first round picks. 1 first round pick, they still decline. 2 first round picks, they accept. So that's all it took for us to get LaMelo Ball. 2 first round picks, Fred VanVleet, and Steven Adams. And our rotation is looking ready to go contend for a championship. We have LaMelo Ball, Amen Thompson, Kevin Durant, Jabari Smith Jr., and Alperen Sengun in our starting lineup, and off the bench, we have Tari Eason, Clint Capella, Dorian Finney-Smith, and Reed Sheppard. So we're going to be running with a 9-man rotation. And we're going to be running with a 4.5-star system proficiency balanced under Ime Udoka. And let's see how the first few games go in this regular season. Game 1 against the OKC Thunder, we do end up losing by 2 points. KD absolutely balled out, and so did LaMelo Ball, but we still ended up falling short. Let's go ahead and simulate the second game, which we do end up winning by nearly 30 points. Amen Thompson dropped 33, KD had 16, and then LaMelo Ball had a 12-point double-double. Chemistry still does need to be built because we're running with a whole new starting lineup from the previous season, obviously, so it's going to take time for the chemistry to be built. But I think once it's at 100%, we'll be winning games non-stop. So now I'm going to start simulating until the end of this season, but if there's trades to be made, I'll stop at the trade deadline to show you guys. I stopped here on January 11th, and currently we are the number 6 seed with 20 wins and 15 losses. And the reason I'm stopped here on January 11th is because we are going to be pulling off a trade. Kevin Durant's 37 years old, we may only have about 2 seasons with him, so we gotta do whatever we can to build the best rotation around him to win now. And Jabari Smith Jr. at the starting power forward position has not been it. He's shooting 26% from the 3-point line, averaging below 10 points per game, so I'm gonna look to upgrade this power forward position. And if you guys are enjoying this rebuild so far, please make sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you're new. It supports out my video and channel a ton, so please hit that subscribe button. But we're not going to be trading away Jabari Smith Jr., we're going to be trading away Tari Eason, and that's because we're going to bring Jabari Smith Jr. off of the bench. Jabari Smith Jr. has a higher potential than Tari Eason. His trade value is 3.5 star, whereas Tari Eason's is only 2.5 star, and he's also younger by 2 years. But we're going to be pulling off this trade here with the Trailblazers, where we get ourselves Toumani Camara, one of the best perimeter defenders in the entire NBA, who's also a really good 3-point shooter, and we also get Chris Murray for Tari Eason, an unprotected Phoenix 27 first round pick. And now this is what the new starting lineup is going to be looking like. We have Toumani Camara starting at the power forward position and Jabari Smith Jr. as our 6th man coming off of the bench. I do believe this is going to make our defense in the starting lineup a lot better. Also the 3-point shooting, since Camara is hitting his 3-point shots at 39%. But now let's continue the simulating and see how things go. At the end of season number 1, Nikola Jokic wins MVP, Cooper Flag Rookie of the Year Malik Monk, 6th Man of the Year Wemby Defensive Player Jalen Durant Most Improved, Trae Young Clutch Player, Jason Kidd Coach of the Year, and we get Executive of the Year after winning 57 games and losing only 25. Do we get KD here on All-NBA? Let's see. We do get LaMelo Ball on All-NBA second team. But so far, I don't see KD, and we don't end up getting Kevin Durant on All-NBA team. We do get Amen Thompson on All-Defensive first team, and that's going to be it for awards, I believe. Yeah, so that's it for awards. We ended the season as the number 3 seed. In round 1, we're going to be taking on the Denver Nuggets. But let me show you guys the player stats before we start simulating the playoffs. So our team had 57 wins, losing 25. Again, we were the number 3 seed. And now let's go ahead and look at how our players did in the regular season. The leading scorer on our team was LaMelo Ball, averaging 25.5 points per game, 4 rebounds, and 10 assists, shooting 50, 40, 85. So getting LaMelo Ball on our team helped out a ton, especially with his playmaking. And then we had Kevin Durant averaging 24.5 points per game. For some reason, he was only playing 31 minutes per game, even though I assigned him 35 minutes per game. I'm not sure why KD doesn't play the full minutes in 2K simulation, but he still played absolutely amazing. For 36 minutes, he would be averaging 28 points per game. And here are the rest of the player stats. The rest of the team did great as well. Now let me fix up the player minutes, and let's see if we can win a championship. Also, let me show you guys a few things. So since we got Toumani Camara, his 3-point percentage sadly has gone down to 36%, but hopefully he can start shooting how he was in the first half of the season. And another thing, Jabari Smith Jr., ever since we moved him to the bench, he's been shooting the ball a lot better. Let me show you guys exactly how much better. So off the bench, he's been averaging 13.5 points per game. As a starter, he was averaging below 10, and now he's shooting 48% from the field and 37% from the 3-point line, so he's doing a lot better as our 6th man. And now we're taking on the Denver Nuggets, who have Jamal Murray, Christian Brown, Tim Hardaway Jr., Aaron Gordon, Nikola Jokic, and off the bench, they have Cam Johnson, Westbrook, Jonas Valanciunas, and Bruce Brown. Let's see just how far we can make it in the playoffs. Fingers crossed that we win a championship. Game number 1 does go to us. LaMelo Ball leads the way with a 32-point double-double. Şengün with a 25-point double-double. KD struggled here in game 1, but that's alright. Game number 2 goes to the Denver Nuggets, sadly. LaMelo played absolutely great here, but we still fell short to Jokic and Murray. We do win game 3 to go up 2-1. LaMelo is still leading the way, 27 and 10. KD with 27. So far, KD's kind of been struggling. He needs to pick it up here. But we are up 3-1. That's what I'm talking about. KD puts up 26. LaMelo with 37, 5, and 17. Only 1 turnover. Great game from both of those players. Can we, gentlemen, sweep the Denver Nuggets? And yes, we do, to advance to the next round. KD drops 31. There we go. Toumani Camara drops 26 points here. LaMelo 32, 9, and 12. 1 rebound shy of a triple-double. But now we're in the second round, taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves. And in 2K simulation, the Minnesota Timberwolves are a cheat code in my opinion, so are the Dallas Mavericks, so hopefully we're able to defeat this team. They have Mike Conley, Anthony Edwards, Jaden McDaniels, Julius Randle, and Naz Reid. They still have Gobert on their team, DiVincenzo, and the rest of these guys. But they were the number 2 seed. Let's see what happens here. Game number 1 does go to Minnesota. Ant-Man drops 30. Julius Randle with 29. Bro's averaging 30 points per game here in the playoffs. Holy. Please don't win 2 games in a row. Thank God we win game 2. KD balled out, putting up 31 points, 22 from LaMelo. Şengün with 21. And Thompson was 17 and 15. So far, he's shooting 60% from the field. How is Şengün doing? He's doing great. He's still playing good. Kamara is playing really good for us, so hopefully we can keep this up. Let's see what happens in game 3. We also end up winning game 3. Thompson with 30, Şengün with 24, KD with 19. Please, let's go up 3-1, and we do not. We let them tie up the series here. Our team kind of struggled. We scored 101 points, but they only beat us by 4 points. And KD is struggling big time here in the playoffs. He's shooting 27% from the 3-point line. We definitely need him to start shooting a lot better if we want to win a championship. Because the rest of the team is at balling out. Like LaMelo Ball is shooting 43% and 50% from the field. We need KD to do what he does in the regular season, and then we'll have a chance at a championship. What we're gonna do is raise the shot tendencies for LaMelo Ball since he's playing so good, and the same for Amin Thompson. I believe he's a third scoring option on our team right now while Şengün is, but I would also like to raise the shot tendency for Amin Thompson. And hopefully that gets us this win. Well, actually, let's also raise it for Toumani Camara because he's shooting 52% from the 3-point line and 60% from the field. So let's at least raise his to a 65, and hopefully that will help us out here for game number 5, where we do not have home court advantage. The Timberwolves have home court advantage. Let's see what happens. And so far, we do have the lead. It's a close game. We're up by 8 with 3 minutes remaining. Let's slow this down a little bit and see what happens. It does look like we are going to be winning this game to go up 3-2, winning by 6 points. LaMelo with a 28-point double-double, KD with 21, Şengün with 21, 12 from Thompson, and where is Kamara? He struggled here, but that is all right. Now we got to win one more game to advance to the conference finals. We do have home court advantage for game 6 here. And so far we are losing the game by quite a bit, and we are going to get blown out by nearly 40 points. So our defense isn't the best right now. Maybe we come up with a defensive coach game plan. Well, yeah, I'm going to put Amin Thompson on Anthony Edwards at all times. And then who else? Julius Randle needs a guard on him. Toumani Camara could play perfect on him. So let me come up with that defensive coach game plan before we jump into game 7. Came up with a defensive coach game plan for game 7. Can we win and advance to the conference finals? The Timberwolves will have home court advantage, but let's see what happens. And so far we do have the lead, and it looks like we will be winning this game to advance to the conference finals by 23 points. LaMelo balled out, putting up 38, 3, and 12. Amin Thompson with a 22-point double-double. Şengün with a double-double. KD struggled. Well, he fouled out actually in 21 minutes, but at least we still got this win. And our defense was amazing here on Anthony Edwards. 5 turnovers. 7 of 17 shooting for DiVincenzo, 6 of 16 shooting. And now, just like that, we're in the conference finals where we take on the Dallas Mavericks. They have themselves Kyrie Irving, Klay Thompson, Cooper Flag, Anthony Davis, and Derek Lively. And this is their bench unit. Let's see what happens here. On the other side, it's Atlanta versus the Detroit Pistons. Game number 1 does go to the Mavericks. Kyrie with 46 points, and we should come up with a defensive coach game plan for Kyrie before we even advance, because he's the problem for the Dallas Mavericks right now. Cooper Flag is still young, so right now he's not that big of a problem as he will be by next season. And the same with Anthony Davis. I'm not sure who we're going to put on Anthony Davis. We maybe have to put Alperen Şengün from the looks of things, because he is 6'10", 250 pounds. Toumani Camara is only 6'7", 230 pounds, but we're definitely going to put Amin Thompson on Kyrie Irving. So I did come up with the defensive coach game plan, but the Mavericks run with a 2 big man lineup with Anthony Davis and Derek Lively II, whereas we only have 1 big man in our starting lineup. So if we continue to lose, I may add Clint Capella at the power forward position. That way he can guard Anthony Davis. I'm pretty sure Clint Capella is our best interior defender, and he should be able to slow down Anthony Davis if this coach game plan does not work. But game number 2 also goes to the Dallas Mavericks, and it looks like we're going to have to come up with a 2 big man lineup. But Kyrie Irving still played good. D'Angelo Russell, I swear, D'Angelo Russell in 2K Simulation is a cheat code. He's a 78 overall, but he always balls out in the playoffs. And the same with Klay Thompson. He's shooting 45% from the 3-point line. We just added Clint Capella in our starting lineup. I don't know how this is gonna go, but our defense should hopefully get a lot better. Let's jump into Simcast here for game number 3. We do have home court advantage, and so far we start off. So it's a back and forth battle. We're up by 2, 5 minutes remaining. Can we win this? Let's see. Tie game, and they take the lead from us, and they're starting to run away with it, and they win to go up 3-0. In the conference finals, LaMelo Ball is shooting 30% from the field. Amen Thompson's playing really good, so it looks like we need to change up some player shot tendencies. LaMelo Ball is honestly making us lose these series in my opinion, but KD isn't scoring all that much either. He's only averaging 19 points per game. So let's see what we can do to the shot tendencies here. KD is already at a 99, so I don't know why he's not shooting the ball as much as I would like for him to. But Amen Thompson, we're going to raise his shot tendency up to a 90. LaMelo Ball is already at a 90, but he's not shooting the ball all that well. So let's see what happens here in game number 4. I highly doubt we're going to come back. They're up 3-0, but you never know. It's 2K simulation. Anything is possible. We do have home court advantage, and so far, we do have the lead. We needed to play like this all along. We end up outscoring them by 18 points, and KD drops 36. We needed KD to play like this all along. Amen Thompson 24, LaMelo with a 21-point double-double. But I don't have much hope that we're going to be coming back. Let's see what happens. Game number 6, I believe this would be, or game 5. So we do end up winning game 5 by a lot. KD drops 30, Amen Thompson with 27 and 14. Maybe the cheat code was to raise Amen Thompson's shot tendency and make him take more shots, because he's balling out these last few games. LaMelo Ball had a triple-double but shot the ball horrible. And can we tie up the series to push to a game 7? Let's see. We do have home court advantage here. Fingers crossed. Let's do it. And so far we have the lead by quite a bit, and we are going to be pushing it to a game 7. Let's go. LaMelo Ball drops 32. KD struggled here offensively, but that's all right because we still won. And now it's going to a game 7. In these last 3 games that we won, we held Anthony Davis to first 15 points, 13, and then 10. So Clint Capella's defense on him has been really good. We need to keep it up for one more game and we get to advance to the NBA Finals. Can we do that? Let's see. And so far we are losing, but it's a close game. We're up by 2, 6 minutes remaining. It's a tie game, 3 minutes remaining. Fingers crossed we win this, and it's still a tie game. We're up by 1. Please run away with it, hit some clutch buckets here, and they end up winning by a single point. One of their players hit a clutch shot there right at the end, which sucks. KD had 28, LaMelo with 25, and Amen Thompson with 25 as well. And Kyrie Irving, Western Conference Finals MVP, Trae Young, Eastern Conference Finals MVP. Mavericks go on to win with AD winning Finals MVP. I don't think we're going to have much longer with KD before he decides to retire, and let's see if he's trying to retire this offseason. Thankfully, he's not. But I believe we're only going to have one more season with him, so we got to do everything in our power to win this coming season. I'm going to pull off some major trades this offseason, make this roster even better than it already is. So the OKC Thunder are down to send us Chet Holmgren for LaMelo and Jabari Smith Jr., but I am going to take LaMelo Ball out of this trade and try trading away Jabari Smith Jr. for Chet Holmgren, but we're also going to have to throw in another player to make salaries match because we do have to re-sign Kevin Durant this offseason. Let's see if they would take Jabari Smith Jr. and Dorian Finney-Smith for Chet Holmgren. And they do decline, but let's go ahead and start throwing in some first round picks, and hopefully they end up accepting this trade. 2 first round picks, they still decline. 3 first round picks, they still decline. What about 4 first round picks? And we get the trade done. We get ourselves Chet Holmgren in Houston. Now this offseason, we need to re-sign KD, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's go to team player options. We need to bring back Amen Thompson. Reed Shepherd, we don't need Chris Murray on our team, but these 2 players we will bring back. Reed Shepherd, $11.11 million is a lot of money for a 74 overall player. But we're going to accept it for now anyways. If we do need to trade him, we always can. And will we have bird rights on KD? Yes, we do, thankfully. And he has 10 offers from other teams, but they're only offering him 1-year contracts. So I'm going to go ahead and offer him a 2-year contract around $45 million annually, which he should accept. And yes, he does. 2 years, $93 million. We get KD back on the Houston Rockets. We could trade away LaMelo Ball for someone like Derek White or even Jalen Suggs and Anthony Black. He did sell there in the conference finals, but we are going to keep him around for now and see how he continues doing. If he's not playing well for us in the regular season, we'll trade him at the trade deadline. But since we got ourselves Chet Holmgren, I think we have a true chance at winning a championship. So we will keep LaMelo around for his playmaking and 3-point shooting. Fred VanVleet is currently a free agent, and I think we're going to go ahead and sign him to be the backup point guard. He is a really good perimeter defender. Might as well bring him back to Houston to reunite with the guys. We're also going to offer Malik Beasley a contract. Amazing 3-point shooter, elite 3-point shooter that could come off the bench and provide us with some 3-pointers. So for now, that's all we're going to be doing in free agency, and we'll see you guys at the start of this coming season. Alright, here we are at the start of season number 2 with this new and upgraded rotation. The starting lineup is going to include LaMelo Ball, Amen Thompson, Kevin Durant, Chet Holmgren, and Alperen Şengün. And off the bench, we have Toumani Camara, Malik Beasley, Reed Sheppard, and Clint Capella. Let's go ahead and simulate the first few games and see how we do. We do end up beating the Sacramento Kings by 12 points. KD dropped 43 points, 22 from Thompson, 18 from Chet Holmgren in his Houston Rockets debut. Let's go ahead and simulate the next 2 games as well, and we do end up losing to the Pacers here. We only scored 99 points. Hopefully after chemistry's built, we continue playing well. I'm going to start simulating until the end of the season. We may make some trades throughout the season. I'm not sure as of right now, but if I do, of course I'm going to stop and show you guys which trades we'll be pulling off. And also, we are running with a 4.5-star system proficiency balanced under Ime Udoka. And at the end of this season, LaMelo Ball goes on to win an MVP. He was averaging 23 points per game, 5 rebounds, 11.5 assists, 1.5 steal, shooting nearly 50, 40, 90. That is absolutely amazing. I was not expecting LaMelo to win an MVP, but we'll take it. Darren Peterson, Rookie of the Year, Josh Giddey, 6-man, Wemby Defensive Player, Most Improved, Scoot Henderson, Cam Thomas, Clutch Player, Ime Udoka, Coach of the Year, and we also win Executive of the Year. We won a total of 70 games, losing only 12. And of course, the MVP makes it on All-NBA First Team. Again, I was not expecting LaMelo to win MVP just because his points per game weren't as high as they were in the previous season, but his assists were high, and I'm pretty sure that played a big factor in him winning an MVP. Do we get anyone else here? Let's see. We do not. No Amen Thompson, no Kevin Durant. That sucks, but it is what it is. We do get Chet Holmgren on All Defensive First Team. We also get Amen Thompson on All Defensive Second Team. And this time around, we were the number 1 seed. We won a total of 70 games and lost only 12. So with the addition of Chet Holmgren, our team has been a lot better than the previous season. Let me show you guys the player stats before we start simulating. The leading scorer on our team was Kevin Durant, averaging 23 points per game, shooting 50, 40, 86. Amazing efficiency from KD. Right behind him was LaMelo Ball, the MVP, 23 points per game. 20 from Chet Holmgren on amazing efficiency, 56%. And 40% from the 3-point line. The rest of the guys were amazing as well. Now, in round 1, we're taking on the Golden State Warriors, who have Steph Curry, Jimmy Butler, Jonathan Kuminga, Draymond Green, and Robert Williams III, and this here is their bench unit. This round is basically a rematch of the 24-25 season, where the Golden State Warriors were the play-in team and the Houston Rockets were the number 2 seed. That created some rivalry. Let's see if we can go ahead and defeat the Golden State Warriors this time around. Game number 1 does go to us. Chet drops 24 and 13. LaMelo with 23. KD was 12. He did struggle with shooting 3 of 13. Game number 2 also goes to our team. Amen Thompson with 24. KD was 16. LaMelo Ball with another double-double. Game 3 does go to the Warriors. Curry drops 27 here. KD had 28, but we still fell short. But we do end up going up 3-1 against the Warriors. LaMelo 25. KD's not scoring as much as I would like for him to, and he's struggling from the 3-point line once again, just like the last playoffs. But we do end up gentlemen sweeping the Golden State Warriors. KD played better here in Game 5. But now we're in the second round facing up against the LA Clippers. And they have themselves James Harden, Cam Thomas, Tristan Da Silva, Kawhi Leonard, and Zubac. This is their bench unit. I do think we can beat this team, but we do end up losing Game 1. Okay, Kawhi drops 36 points on our head here. Whoa. And Cam Thomas with 30. James Harden playing like prime Harden here in Game 1. KD, 20 points. Game 2 also goes to the LA Clippers. What's going on here? I'm not too sure, but we're down 2-0 against the LA Clippers, which makes absolutely no sense. I have absolutely no idea how this team just went up 2-0 up against us, but let's see if we can win this next game here. We lost both games where we had home court advantage. In this game, we're down by 1.3 minutes remaining. Can we come back? Let's see. It's a back and forth battle here in the last quarter. We have the lead up by 1, 48 seconds remaining. We're up by 2, and it looks like we will be winning as long as we don't blow this lead here, and we do end up winning by 3 points. LaMelo with 22 and 11. KD, again, he continues struggling in the playoffs for some reason, the same as last year. We need KD to start playing a lot better, otherwise I may lower his shot tendency and hire someone else's like LaMelo Ball and make them our number 1 option. Can we win in Game 4 to tie up the series? Let's see. We won't have home court advantage here, and so far we are getting destroyed here, but we do end up taking the lead and we end up winning by 33 points. Okay, let's go. We need to continue playing offense like this, and KD has to definitely start playing a lot better. So far, he has not even had a single 30-point game up until now. Chet Holmgren with a 28-point double-double, LaMelo with a 24-point double-double. And how was our defense? Not all that good. But let's see what happens here in game number 6, where we do have home court advantage. And so far we have the lead, but they push back and defeat. Okay, never mind. I thought they were about to beat us there, but we ended up coming back in the 4th quarter to win 139 to 132. Chet Holmgren dropped 32 points, 26 from LaMelo, 19 from Şengün. And KD 4 of 15 shooting, man, come on. Can we defeat the Clippers in Game 6 to advance to the conference finals? The Clippers have home court advantage, and so far they are winning. But let's see if we can come back. And we do end up coming back in the 4th quarter, outscoring them 44 to 28. This game, once again, I thought we were about to lose, but we came back in the second half. Chet Holmgren had 29. LaMelo with 26, KD with 26 points as well. And now we're in the conference finals, either going to be taking on well, it's going to be one of the cheat code teams, either the Dallas Mavericks or the Minnesota Timberwolves, and it is the Minnesota Timberwolves. I think the Timberwolves are a little bit easier than the Dallas Mavericks, so I'll take it. But they were the number 2 seed. Game number 1 does go to us. KD drops 30 points, LaMelo with a 21-point double-double, Chet with 21, and Thompson with 20. Game number 2 also goes to us. There we go. KD drops 25, Thompson 23, Chet with 20. Can we go up 3-0? We cannot. Julius Randle drops 5 3-pointers, which is probably a career high for him, as well as 41 points. But KD struggled here in Game 3. But they end up tying up the series, so it's not going to be an easy ride whatsoever. Thompson had 28, but KD only had 15. LaMelo had 21. Chet Holmgren struggled here 10 and 10. It's time for game number 5. The New York Knicks have already swept the Indiana Pacers to make it to the NBA Finals. Can we make it there as well? We do have home court advantage for this game, and so far we do have the lead, but they're pushing back here in the 4th quarter. Let's slow this down a little bit and see what happens. We're starting to run away with it, but they're catching right back up, and we do end up winning by 5 points. LaMelo balled out, putting up 37 points, 26 from Thompson, and 18 from KD. We still have 1 game to win. The Timberwolves have home court advantage for this game. And so far we have the lead, and we do end up winning by 11 points to advance to the NBA Finals. LaMelo with 28, 26 from Thompson, and 23 from Chet. And LaMelo Ball wins Western Conference Finals MVP, averaging a 24-point double-double, as well as almost 3 steals per game. And then Jalen Brunson, Eastern Conference Finals MVP, averaging 28.5 points per game. Again, we're taking on the New York Knicks, who have Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, Josh Hart, and Karl Anthony Towns. They haven't really made any changes to their roster. They did get Isaiah Stewart and CJ McCollum off their bench. But this team was the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference. Let's see how many games they won in the regular season. So they won a total of 61 games. Clearly, they're a really good team. Game number 1 goes to the New York Knicks. Karl Anthony Towns puts up 26 points. And I think I want to put Chet Holmgren on Karl Anthony Towns because Şengün's not the best defender. And Chet Holmgren should be able to slow down Cat. Okay, I think this new defensive coach game plan should help us win these next few games. We do have home court advantage, and so far we do have the lead. We end up winning by almost 30 points, so clearly our defensive coach game plan is working as of right now. LaMelo had a 35-point double-double, KD had 24, Thompson had 23. Can we win the next game? And yes, we do. LaMelo drops 45 points here, 19 from Thompson, KD with only 11. Game number 4 also goes to us, which puts us up 3-1, and LaMelo Ball is balling out, leading the way once again with 36 points, 34 from Thompson, and 25 from KD, 23 from Chet. Are we gonna gentleman sweep them? Let's see. And we gentleman sweep them to win the Houston Rockets and KD a championship. Let's go. LaMelo Ball wins Finals MVP, averaging a 33-point double-double, shooting 60, 50, 80. Amazing. And before I end off this video, let me show you guys the player stats for the playoffs. And we played a total of 22 games here in the playoffs. The leading scorer on our team was LaMelo Ball, 25 points per game, as well as 11.5 assists per game. Right behind him was Kevin Durant, 21.5, 21 from Chet, 19 from Thompson, and the rest of the guys. Alperen Şengün did struggle a lot here in the playoffs, but at least we still won a championship. And here are the NBA final stats. 33 points per game from LaMelo, 22 from Chet, 22 from KD, and 22 from Amen Thompson. And that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please make sure to hit that thumbs up button. It supports out my videos a ton. And also subscribe if you're new. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Thank you guys for all the support you guys have been showing. Until next time, it's your boy Dragon, and I'm out. Peace.